Okay, and welcome back to the next tutorial. I just did a little Google search and found this skin texture here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to again, go to Edit, Define Pattern, Skin, give it a name, press OK. It is quite a big file actually, image size 2000 by 1.6. I don't need this, I could close that. I don't need this, I could close that. I don't need this, I could close that. So come in here, create a new layer, just repeating everything that we've done so far. Call it skin, double click, pattern overlay, and then just choose skin. And then we need to know which one of these is for the skin. So we can go to 3ds Max, open up UV editor, so we can see our layout, and then I could, for example, in face mode, select these polygons here, and now I can see that this is where the arm goes and this where the leg goes. So this is where I need to put the skin texture on top of these three. And in order to do that, I'm going to zoom into this. Okay, I'm going to go to the UV layer so that I can select the empty areas, Control-Shift-I, and then I'm going to come back to my skin, get the brush tool, and just start painting, maybe with a little bigger brush, just painting into these. It's good to kind of try not to go on top of the other layouts, because then you'll have to clean it up, and it's not the most convenient thing to do. So you might as well be careful while you're doing it in the first place. We could probably make it a little bit bigger here. Okay, great. Control D. Now I could turn UV off, save it, File, Save As, File, Save As, JPEG, Textures, Save. Okay, come here, no, and there. Oh, there's one thing I forgot, which actually is the hands. I've got the hands. I need to go fix the hands. Okay, so in the same layer, let's just go here, bring the UVs on so we can see where the hands sit, and then in the UV layer, select the magic wand, select this, Control-Shift-I, and what I could do, just to make my own life easier, I could just go and hold Alt key and make a selection. Around these. Sorry. Just deselecting this surrounding area so that it becomes easier when we're using the brush tool, so we don't have to worry about it. Don't paint on top of UV, go back to your skin and start painting on top of that. As you can see, my brush is black, but that doesn't matter because what we're really revealing is the effect, which is a pattern overlay, and that's all that matters in this case. So now we have skin on the hand as well. So technically the only thing that should be left now is the shoe. So if I just save this, Control Save, just wait for the candle to finish, File, Save As, File, Save As, JPEG, Textures, okay, okay, and over here, if we rotate this, we should see that getting updated. Let's have a look. That's looking good. There's some, actually no, that's not a problem. That's fine. Now between these two hands, let's see which ones is for the top one. Is this one. Now what we could do here over this one, where's the skin? Skin's over here. On top of skin, we could create a new layer, Shift F5, or we could go to Edit, Fill, Shift F5, Controller, gives you the shortcut right there, Shift F5. And rather than using black, I could say 50% gray. Press OK, and this is a brand new layer on top of my skin layer, and I'm going to change the blending mode of that from normal to soft light, and that's as if like nothing just happened, but there's a layer on top of that. So what we could do, we could go get our, for example, Dodge tool, and maybe zoom a little bit more, and then get a brush tool. Actually no, get the Dodge tool and then right click, make it a little bit smaller, and we could go and try painting on top of where we assume the nails would go. Yeah, and I'm not paying too much attention to this. I'm just showing you that doing these things is possible. You as an artist should be able to go in and try to do these yourself. So I'm just going to very quickly do this and then move on with the next task. Okay, so just gave it a little bit of a gave it a little bit of a effect, if you like, which may not even become too noticeable in 3D. If you wanted to, you could even spend more time and try to go and create the shape of a nail in there, or even put a nail texture, which should help. Okay, great. Now what I also want to do, I want to find out here where are the polygons which make the elbow. In this case it seems to be these ones here, which are this little line over this area, especially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around the 5th one. So what I may want to do here, go to Photoshop, see my UVs, and find which one it is. It's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around this one over here. In the same layer, rather than using Dodge, I want to use Burn. Right click, lower, smaller brush size, and over here I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just gonna burn this a little bit. Okay, and then I also want to find out where the knee goes. The knee is here, so that means at the one just underneath, actually just the first one really. So that's that, and that's okay. So at the bottom one over here, I'm gonna burn this area a little. And maybe this area as well a little. And this is where the back of the knee would go, so I might maybe just put some there as well. Okay, so let's turn UV off and let's go ahead and save this. Control S for save, and then File. I should wait for this to finish off. Everything is done. File, save as JPEG textures, okay, come to Theorus Max, rotate this around. So what I just did is, let's convert this video. No, let's not convert it to poly. Let's just get off modifier tab. What I just did, we kind of burnt the back of the elbow a little bit, burned the front of the knee a little bit, just made it look a bit more interesting rather than being solid. And if you don't like how much effect, oh, also the nails that we put on, the effect is a little bit there. If you are not entirely happy with how much with the darkness of your burns, you could always go back and reduce the number of or reduce the opacity of this layer, and that would give you that effect. That's why we created those on a separate layer. So the character is almost finished. The character, the texturing, at least, doesn't have a head. We could go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do now, okay, that area definitely is fixing. Let's do the shoes. I'll pause the video here, I'll come back and we'll do the shoes. See you soon.